This episode is brought to you by Another Heist. Hey music makers, our passion drives our mission with our free open studio experience, helping you overcome financial hurdles so you can keep the hits coming. And our marketing package, it's not just an add-on, it's crucial for your success and ours. We're fueling the growth of the New England music scene, making it part of our core strategy, because when our community thrives, we all flourish. Join us and be a part of the movement. You see these kicks? These kicks were dirty. They were beat up, I couldn't wear them. But I got in contact with Lara Murchie at 537 Shawmut Ave, the fashion center, and he brought these beauties back to life. Get in touch with him if you need your kicks clean, your furniture done, your purses done. It ain't called the fashion center for no reason. At 537 Shawmut Ave in historic South Boston. Just tell him your boy said ya. Peace. What is going on, good people? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Say That Podcast. And y'all already know the drill. Don't say this, say that. I appreciate y'all with helping me with the intro.
Say that.
First of all, I want to thank everybody who tuned in my last episode with Rob Kelly Morgan, a.k.a. Rob Puts In Work. There's plenty of inspiration to get from that one. So if you haven't watched it already, please go watch it. And if you do, leave a like and comment on that video as well as on this one. And as always, hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on Instagram, REPETE617, and the pod page, say_that_pod. But today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, this one is going to be a real special one because these guys have been, like last week's, have been putting in work over the past year, creating content. Literally, like, you guys know I'm not a big content creator guy, but these guys are it. These guys got it.
Yes,
they
sir.
represent Boston very well. They're educational. They're funny. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Harvard's Eye and Stoopy. What is going on, folks?
O.C.H, original content hustlers. We in the building, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. How y'all guys doing today?
Man, I feel good, man. I feel great, to be honest with you.
Appreciate that.
Hey, listen, man, I'm going to let you know. Let me introduce myself. It's the Grove Hall Hall of Famer, Harvard Flutie, a.k.a. Harvard's Eye. Seriously, man, you keep hurting my eye. O.C.H, original content hustlers. We in the building. WCW, Women's Crush Wednesday, United States champions. That's us. You know what I mean? That's us.
Big champs.
America's team, as you can see. You got the Dallas Cowboys on.
I think the first Cowboy fan ever be on the show, actually, honest to God.
Hey, listen, we America's team. You know, I'm from Boston. We're the original Patriots, man.
I can't argue that, you know what I'm saying? We called the Cradle of Liberty for a reason. But,
That's funny.
gentlemen, to start, over the past year, you guys' stock has been raised tenfold. Like, it's honestly the ascent's awesome to see because, like we have talked previously, it's just about consistency. Like, there's no stone you really leave unturned when it comes to educating people about Boston, especially myself, from somebody who doesn't really go to where you guys are from. That's just how I was raised, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, it's dangerous, don't go over there. It's just when you're from certain areas of Boston, it's like you just don't ever find yourself ended up there. So how does it feel to really see your stock rise in the city of Boston, to make all these new connections and to really put the Harvard's name out there more?
So let me tell you about myself. I come from a very humble beginning. I started off DJing at Salem State. Shout out Salem. And then I transitioned over to doing events for 5 Star Gentleman Entertainment and doing music videos. I was a part of an entertainment group, and I've been doing music videos for the past 10, 12 years. I end up linking up with DJ E-Double. Shout out E-Double.
Shout out E-Double.
Jammin' 94.5. Even with doing, I used to do I still do a lot of recap videos for clubs and events. Shout out DJ Big Tunes. I would work with him.
Big Tunes.
And then one day, me and Stoopy, this is like 2018, me and Stoopy was just at my old apartment in Roxbury. And we came up with a song called Bop It. And we never came out with it. Like, we never did it.
I was supposed to write that shit. No bullshit. I was supposed to write it.
I don't know why, bro.
Slacking. Right. Nah, I was slacking on it, for real. I was slacking on it. But it was an idea still.
So, boom. This is why you got to actually, when you have an idea, actually go for it. Because we had an idea called Bop It, a song called Bop It. Then, 2 years ago, Fabio Foreign, the dude that made Big Drip, I Fell in Love with a Lit. He had a song called Bop It. So okay. I'm like, yo, Stoop, bro. Yo, you see, he stole our whole swag, bro.
Damn.
Like
whole flow, bar for bar.
Bar for bar, word for word. So then I'm like, wow. So a few years go by. I start building confidence within myself, like linking up with E Double, going to the station, meeting Lola Brooke, meeting Millie's. Just going there, just being myself. Never really knew like I was funny or had like some type of personality for real. And I just was like, yo, I want to do this skit, Stoop. I want to do this skit. And then I just never did it. And then one day he just came up to me like, yo, bro, you're bullshitting, bro. You need to do that skit. So then we end up doing the skit, and then I end up doing another skit called How Girls from Boston Act When It's Nice Outside. Mm-hmm. I got the idea from G Songs. Rest in peace, G Songs. He was a comedian from Baltimore. And that's when Reels really started picking up. And once I did that, I seen it did some numbers over like 100,000 views. I'm like, whoa, like.
Wow, that's some numbers,
like,
Theo. I gotta catch up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
God right here. So I did this. Me and Stoopy, we did the Alexander McQueen skit. You can check it out. It's on YouTube.
We got a part 3 coming out. We just gotta put in the works with that. Is it part 3 or 4?
I don't even remember. We do so much work.
Yeah,
wow.
But it's part 3.
Yeah,
and
part 3.
we did this. Then we did like this skit where we remade the Friday. We remade a Friday scene, and once that happened, like I'm like, yeah, we gotta just do this, bro. We gotta just create content for the city, and
took off.
Yeah, put Boston, show the world how Boston gives it up. Not only Boston, it's just the whole New England area, the whole Massachusetts shit.
Into Massachusetts. Hey, but to answer your question officially, because I felt like just Boston was just such like a dry area. You know what I mean? We got
Definitely.
so much talent in here. We got so much talent, so much people doing clothes, rapping, podcast interview. Like after we started doing like the content and shit, like I could swear on here.
Yeah, of course.
After we started doing the
You
content,
fucking kidding me? Come on, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, bro, nah, cause some
Talking
people
shit, you know what I'm saying?
Talking
tripping.
shit.
But every time, ever since we started doing the content, I didn't see Boston pick up with talent, everybody coming out of woodwork. So I'm like, is it because like what we're doing is like you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Boston
rubbing
slang.
off on people, like Boston slang. People forget about boat, bus, horse, like you know what I mean? What we used to really say, like
the horse is a bike.
the horse is a bike,
yeah, not
bus,
horse.
Boat is a bus. Come on,
Salted
man. Like,
means you're feeling stupid. You know what I mean?
People really forget about where we come from. Like everything else is so like the internet really like fucked it up for us. You feel me? Because everybody's using everybody else's lingo.
That's true.
So it's
That's
just like Boston lost its touch.
Because on dogs, at least, is the
That's
Boston
the-
slang.
I haven't heard nobody say
Frenchie.
on dogs until we came up with the Boston slang shit.
That is true.
Now everybody's saying it.
Because I didn't hear nobody
Again.
say it until I started like really diving into this shit, stuff
Right.
like that. But to go back to the slang shit, that was actually my first interaction with y'all. Because I remember commenting on the video, I was like, maybe it's because I'm white, and it's definitely the reason why, but I never heard anybody call a bus a boat. But to go into my next question, that's what I really like about y'all. Y'all are bridging that gap between people who really don't know about the areas where you grow up. You know, you're giving them an education. You know, it's entertainment through education, almost like that. So when you started up this journey, was that kind of like the main focus for you?
The main focus was literally, it was just, all right, I did the video where it says how girls from Boston act when it's nice outside.
Yeah.
Then like I just started noticing that no one is showing the originality from our city. Like everybody's copying everybody else's wave.
much.
Like what
So
happened to
fucking
our
much.
originality? What happened to our slang? What happened to how we used to dress wearing Adidas and 3 for the stripes, 3 me when you see me, all type of stuff that we did
I think
growing
I
up.
fucked up the mic.
No, you good.
You're outside.
No, we good. We good.
So yeah, I don't know why you just fucked up the whole interview.
Bro.
Interview's over.
I tried to 3 you, bro. I ain't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah,
cool.
So like that was the main purpose with me and Stoop. We started Original Content Hustlers. It's 13 members, aka the 13 colonies. Don't forget. So like we started like the group, and I just want to showcase that there's talent, showcase that there's actors, not only music, there's actors, there's comedians, there's artists, visual artists, all type of talent is out here.
Well, I think, on the national scale, when people think of Boston, it's immediately Mark Wahlberg, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Tom Brady, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
The white guys, you know what I mean?
Shout out.
But, and while, say what you will about Mark Wahlberg, because I honestly think he's kind of a scumbag. But we're now getting this new era with Aoi DeBerry, who's from Dorchester, I believe. You know, she's now this global superstar, and she's actually from Boston. So I think she's a very fresh start for the whole city. But I take it to what you guys do, it's that same way. You know, it's a fresh start. It's like, I don't have to listen to content from people that are just using the Boston accent in different situations. I can actually listen to people who environment I'm not familiar with and actually get an education about that.
Right.
So I think what you guys are doing, while it is funny and educational, is really important, because there's gonna be, you know, kids who under you who are gonna be looking up to you and be like, you know, oh, it's possible, you know, they did that. How can we take that and transform it a little bit? And I know you did want to kind of speak to the young folks who are maybe in your neighborhood or stuff like that. So I would like to give you that time right now to kind of
not
do
only
so.
my neighborhood, just in general. Like, I don't care if you're in fucking. Oh, let me not swear. I don't care if you're in freaking Houston and you're watching this. Like, whether it don't matter your age. Like, just don't take life for granted. Anything can happen to you. Always make the right decision. Always stay positive, because as long as you stay positive, God will bless you. You know, because none of this is possible without God. Like me sitting right here, us meeting you, everything is through God. And stay positive. Don't get distracted.
Make the right decisions.
Always make the right decision. Don't move off an impulse. Think about the consequences before you do anything. Think about what your mother. Think about your family. Think about the people that love you before you make any type of irrational decision. And just go for your dream. Go for your goals. Like, don't let nobody tell you no, and just keep grinding and going for it.
Amen. That's very well said, Harvard. And I appreciate that, because that's why we have these interviews, because the internet's an archive, you know. So in 10, 15 years, they're going to come back to this interview, and that message is still going to hold true. But, you know, last saw you on CWTFB Radio, both of you guys, the last interviews you did, and kind of, you know, listening to you, you know, you come from, like you said, you come from humble beginnings. You had mentioned that growing up in Section 8 in Dorchester, I believe.
Yep. Dorchester.
And I actually had one of my classes at Emerson, we had to do a project with Codman Square where we had to, you know, set up trees and stuff like that. And digging through that, you kind of learn about the injustices that really fly under the radar. Like, you know, like over there, like, there's not enough trees.
Right.
And like trees, you know, while they provide shade and stuff like that, they also improve mental health. They literally make your day better. That's why, like, the goal with that class was, how do we plant more trees in memory of the Black and brown people that were lost to COVID during that unfortunate era, more specifically in the Common Square era. So we did like a whole memorial park thing and stuff like that. But you guys witnessed.
Are you still doing that planting tree thing? Because I'm trying to get with that. Like,
oh yeah, I'll definitely. I'll definitely. It was through an organization called Speak for the Trees.
Yeah, let me know.
Of course, and I'll definitely link you guys both up with that, because that's their main goal. Because actually, when you look at Boston, you look at the heat map, a good majority of forestation is, you know, towards Back Bay, South End area. But when you get away from it, especially around the parks where, you know, that's where people go to like socialize and you'll get away from shit, that's where it becomes a little less. And it's like, it's weird to see, but when you dig into why it is, you kind of like, all right, this is a little bullshit. But the point I was going to make was, what do you guys feel like the city of Boston should do to improve the quality of life or the quality of neighborhoods in that area?
In the hood area?
In kind of the hood area, or Dorchester, Roxbury, you know, Mattapan. Because I feel personally like a lot of resources up until kind of the Wu administration really didn't go towards there. It went towards other stuff. And you guys witnessing it firsthand and, you know, living through that and growing up through that.
So I feel like, you know.
I think we just got to do it ourselves, to be honest with you. I just think we got to do it ourselves, and that's what we're doing, because the changes that's made is not really for us. It's for whatever else. You feel me? So we just got to do it ourselves. That's how I feel about that shit.
I feel like there are a lot of resources for kids. It's just that people don't know. People don't, like, you got to do your due diligence.
It's not marketed well.
Yeah, you got to do your due diligence. You got to go to the community centers, read the flyers, see what's going on, sign up for programs like Upward Bound that'll help kids get into college. There's a lot of programs. It's just that it's not promoted as well.
That's why you gotta do it ourselves. Like
Yeah.
you gotta just do it ourselves, promote it. Like Harvard did something for
when we passed out meals on Methadone Mile last Christmas.
Oh, that's what's up.
He actually got a some place in the hood that doesn't have like a court. He actually
basketball
got
court.
them
Yeah.
to build a new basketball court
Oh,
for
shit.
the
That's
for the
what's
for
up,
the
man.
kids. That shit was fire.
That's
So
what's
like,
up.
you know what I mean, we tapped into all different kind of things, just not with the content. Like, you know,
Of course.
we got artists, we got people who manages people. You know, we got people who do marketing. We got people who do logos, drawings, everything. Like we're in so many lanes, so many avenues. It's like we don't even know where to go right now. We're just trying to tap into everything. You know what I mean? So I'm probably missing out on something right now because I'm here, but you know what I mean, one step at a time.
Of course. Well, and it's good that you guys are modeling yourselves as community leaders, because that's what those communities need. You know, they need people who have lived through that to have stepped up and have been like, yo, this is how it can be different. And that's kind of one of the biggest lessons I learned going through that program at my college was like, wow, like, and maybe that's my privilege of never having experienced that for the people, but for the people that did, it's like, they just need help. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just cast aside like what they're doing. It's like these are real life people. Like they actually need help for that. So more importantly, as you see on the desk, WCW champion. You know, myself being a big wrestling fan, you know, I can appreciate shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
WCW, man.
Of course. That's not even WWE. That's like that's the first
WCW.
title before that.
Nobody's taking this shit from us, man.
Absolutely not. But if I could,
I don't know.
if I could for a second, I did kind of.
Hey,
You know what I'm
Oh, sick! Are you serious?
TV
You know what I'm
champ.
saying?
TV
I gotta
champ.
give it a tap.
Yeah.
TV champ.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Oh.
I like that.
See, it's the real
I like
shit. You know what I'm
that.
I
saying?
like
This
that.
is the National Wrestling Alliance television champion.
Yes.
Obviously, being podcast is kind of a version of, you know, TV. So I had to, was like, you know what? These guys are
Hey.
bringing their titles.
How long have you had that?
NWA.
shit
I've had
NWA.
this for about 18 months now, you know what I'm saying?
18
I say I defend it pretty well, pretty
Hey,
regularly,
listen,
you know what I'm
listen.
saying? Fighting
Can I
champion
see
like
that?
that.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
buy
yeah.
that.
Go
I see
ahead.
this online,
Go
too.
ahead. Yeah,
Any
yeah,
tables, ladders, and
got
chairs
the-
coming
I
up?
got- You got ABC. You got the labels on here. You got the sponsors.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, yeah.
That's throwback shit, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm a wrestling fan, man. Who's your favorite wrestler?
John Cena, baby.
John
Come on.
Cena?
Easy.
Ooh, good pick. Good pick.
Because
Good pick.
because it goes back to like just being the little kid. Like that's Superman. You know what I'm saying? No matter what version of it is, that's Superman. That's like he's from Massachusetts, West Newbury, North Shore kind of. So even though that's deep North Shore, we're basically in New Hampshire almost. But easy John Cena. But I want you guys to tell me who do you think's the best United States champion of all time besides yourselves, of course.
Well, like actual
Yeah, what do you
wrestling?
mean?
Yeah, actual wrestler. Yeah.
Well, my favorite
fucking
always
good
growing
Sheldon
up was
Benjamin.
Ooh, my man.
Sheldon
My
Benjamin.
fucking man.
Sheldon
That man's in my
Benjamin.
top 5.
Sheldon
I'm
Benjamin.
gonna.
Still going strong.
Y'all
That's a
might
great
fight
pick.
me for this.
my favorite was always Kane. I'm not gonna hold you.
I like that.
Yeah,
Was he a USA champ?
Nah, but that's okay.
I don't
He was
really
IC
care.
champ, so that's pretty much.
I don't really
Damn,
care,
fucking
bro.
wrestler.
That's just always
Yeah.
one.
I don't
so
know
I'm just
how
go with
you
him all the
guys
time.
forgetting this one. I'm a big HBK
Okay.
fan.
He was
Absolutely.
here. He was
HBK,
USA
you can't.
Intercontinental.
Shawn
but,
Michaels. He was never the U.S.
Yeah. Nah, he missed being a Grand Slam champion by that title.
All right, so then
that's what a lot of guys.
I'm gonna
do.
scratch. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold.
Okay,
I
that's a
gotta
good
go
one.
with Stone
He won
Cold.
that title. He won that specific title.
Definitely
right
gotta
in
go with
WCW.
Stone Cold. That's my man.
100%.
Before he was,
Before he
316.
was Stone Cold, yeah, he was legit like this stunning motherfucker. He had all the hair and shit. Like
I'm not
that.
gonna hold you.
He got all the-
Kurt Angle was my favorite for a little bit. He was holding
that's
it
a great
down.
one.
That Angle slam, bro,
Yeah.
that shit was Tetris, bro.
and that man definitely won the United States title. You know what I'm saying? That man breathed.
I'm gonna go with Kurt.
That man breathed the
Got one.
United
Remember
States.
this one?
Kurt
Remember,
Angle.
remember DX?
Of course.
D-Generation
I used to get in trouble for doing the chop shit in school.
Yo, I was a big X-Pac fan. That was my thing. Like growing up on in like school, the school bus going ride like home.
Yeah.
Like almost like 60-70% of the bus is like interacting as if
That was nice.
the whole arena on the bus is the
Listen,
wrestling match.
if you grew up during that era of wrestling and you did not get in trouble for doing one of their taunts, you was not living. I got in trouble for doing You Can't See Me in first grade.
Really?
And I'm like,
Man,
that's so tame.
If you
That's
didn't
you know
get,
what I
simple.
mean?
That's,
If you
That's so
didn't get
simple,
in
right?
Xbox,
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
if you didn't
You
get
It's
definitely
like-
get in detention. Like,
if you didn't get in trouble for slamming your brother or cousin or whoever on the bed,
That's-
you was not a
absolutely.
wrestling fan, bro.
They put that "do not try this at home" for a reason, but
yeah.
we still tried it at home.
Man,
you know what I'm
that's it,
saying?
bro.
shout out to my sister Yola, Stone Cold Stunner. Stone Cold Stunner days.
Yo,
love
actually,
you, love you.
I took a stunner from Chairman Chow. Shout out to Chairman Chow. I did that live because he's a big wrestling fan as well. But that's another thing I appreciate about y'all, you know, because wrestling's like basically the thing that got me into creativity. I actually had this conversation with Noble of the Museum TV, who he mentions that growing up in the 90s, you know, we really had a lot of good like cartoons and like all these shows and shit like that.
Dexter's Laboratory,
100%.
Courage the Curly
That's
Dog,
my shit. Dexter.
Johnny Bravo.
Bravo, yep.
Come on, man.
You
Like,
ain't even mentioned the
come
ones
on,
on
bro.
Nickelodeon either. Those are all
Bro.
Cartoon Network.
Man,
but see,
listen.
that's why I personally believe like that generation is the most creative, because we've seen all the creative shit, all the flashing colors. Even with wrestling, like before we all knew it was scripted, we thought these motherfuckers were legit cracking
Really
each other.
getting
I like the
smacked.
old wrestling better. The old wrestling looked more violent.
Yeah,
you know, like
absolutely.
more aggressive. The actual chair to the head. Now it's like
I was
it's
watching.
too
I was
scripted.
actually watching like how they used to actually pull off some of the stunts. You know, like remember that the double chair from the I think the Jeff Hardy. It was
Oh,
Jeff
the
Hardy.
concerto shit.
the
where
Dudley
he's
Brothers.
laying on the
So
chair.
yeah, so the thing is like they'll make like a looking shape, and the person's head will be between that, and they'll hit the chairs together to make the sound. So it was crazy how they did it.
It's definitely like so interesting how like you make that shit look real. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like real, almost like real life shit. Like when my dad told me it was fake, I was depressed, but I'm like, whatever. I still like this shit.
When I
you know
found
what I'm
out it
saying?
was fake, my heart was fucking crushed. Like
A lot of people's were.
I
and
was
that's
really
why they
hurt.
stopped.
Like I would never look at wrestling the same now, knowing like it wasn't real back then. Like when I was a kid, I could have sworn this guy got hit with a chair. But
Yeah, absolutely.
now as an adult, I can see like the
he's
flaws.
legit bleeding too, and no, he
Right,
just had
right.
a blade in between his thing where he cut himself. I'm like, wow.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What is your best all-time wrestling match? Like,
Ooh, that's a great fucking question. Because I have a list on my phone of best matches I've ever seen live too.
really?
Yeah.
You went live?
I've been to 4 WrestleManias, bro.
I'm jealous. I never went.
I'm going to Vegas next year too because it's John Cena's last one. But don't
Wait,
ask me.
when is that? I might have to-
April 19th and 20th.
I might have to come with you.
Just make sure you're taking out a loan or some shit on tickets because
It's
it's
what,
mad expensive.
pretty steep.
Oh yeah,
What,
it
like,
isn't
like
like
how much?
What is it, like a grand? More?
for like, and that's not even like in the balcony is like 500. And because when my rule with wrestling is, before I get to your question, when you go, you always got to sit lower. You can't really have an obstructive view. You always want to see the action right there.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
You better off sitting loge, or if you get lucky, the floor. But loge is like 2K.
Really?
It's
So
not-
damn, what is
yeah.
like for? Like 4?
50.
50
I
fucking
I heard
K?
some front row seats were going for $50,000. All because of John Cena's last match. I mean, it's in Vegas too, but that's the most important thing.
Time to sell myself to 1,000 fat chicks for $200 a pop. It's tax
Oh,
season,
shit.
baby.
If I had to say my favorite wrestling match, the one that comes first to mind is John Cena versus HBK at WrestleMania 23 in Detroit. Because I was there. That was the main event.
was a good one.
That was crazy as hell. That was insane.
My favorite wrestling matches, Mankind.
Mankind,
Okay,
Hell in a
See, that's
Cell,
true 90s stuff. All right,
Hell in
let's
a
go.
Cell, man. I was about to say that.
I'm gonna
I was
take
about
it
to say
there.
that shit.
Cage match. The Dudley Brothers versus the Hardy Boys.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's
a good one.
The best team match ever.
Yeah, absolutely. And they still doing their thing, the Hardys. They're still wrestling. I
Yeah,
mean,
they are.
They move in, 10 times less speed because, when you jump off a ladder so much, you get thrown off that shit. It's going to catch up to you. But,
Definitely.
they still doing their thing.
And then
So
that
salute
damn
to them.
swanton bomb that nigga used to do.
Oh, yeah. He
Off the top.
he doesn't even have a back anymore, pretty much. All the nerves in his back and shit are all
Are they still playing like currently the Hardy
Yeah,
Boys?
they in TNA.
I gotta see it. Oh, they're in TNA.
Yeah. Yeah, they just
damn,
went back to
TNA.
TNA. Yeah, they were just at the
TNA
Pistons.
is like original.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
It was WWF back then, and it
Yep.
was
WWE.
It was two more. It was what was it? It was games, Nintendo 64 games. It was
Raw, SmackDown.
WrestleMania, Raw, WCW. It was
WCW,
WCW, and then is it NWO?
NWA. NWO was the big faction in WCW.
Bro, they don't know nothing about wrestling, bro. They don't know nothing about wrestling, bro.
There was another one where like,
They don't
what
know
was the
nothing
one with
about
like
wrestling,
Rey Mysterio and all that? Was that?
That was WCW because Rey Mysterio.
Okay, it was WCW.
Yeah.
You're right.
But the
You're right.
NWO was like the most iconic faction in wrestling ever.
That was the one.
That was in WCW.
That was
but
like,
they got pushed so hard that they were gonna make it the NWO Wrestling Association, shit like
Yeah,
that.
you got, you know,
That's
you
how
had
crazy.
ECW. It was
Yup.
ECW.
That's what it was.
ECW. Okay.
ECW.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Come on, man.
He was waiting to say that shit.
I was, 'cause I'm
Nah,
like,
ECW
NWO,
was my
what the
shit.
fuck?
No, ECW, the game was crazy.
Yeah.
You like, you had to
Insane.
fight your friends to make sure you got on a controller after you lost.
100%. All right, but through listening to your content and like observing all your reels and stuff like that, one thing that really stood out to me was Carney Hospital.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As you guys have called it, Killer Carney.
Oh, we're getting sued.
And I've heard it's since been, it went out of business or something like that. They shut it down or whatever the hell happened. But why did they call it Killer Carney?
Because your ass will get smacked out if you go there.
It was really that bad? Like,
Yeah, you get smacked out if you go there.
word up.
Hey, yo, listen. If you got loans there, don't worry about paying them shits back.
It was really that, like, they said take yourself somewhere else and stuff like that?
Take yourself somewhere else,
That's
man.
crazy.
Like, I heard Boston Medical was crazy, too. You know what I mean? I always been, like, a Brigham and Women's type person. You feel me? Like, I go there, you know what I mean, for my injuries.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I think I was born in Boston Medical, but
I was
other
born
than
in
that,
Mass General.
yeah, other than that,
So,
I
just,
haven't been there.
just in case if y'all are wondering why the fuck two more people just pulled up, black people move on black
Niggas
people
just late
time.
as shit, bro.
I don't fucking get it, but we're gonna let them, introduce yourselves.
Introduce yourselves. Come on. This is Harvard's Eye here. You know what I'm saying?
You already know it's Troy B in the building. Instagram Day Off Daddy, one of the core members of O.C.H. I know I'm late today, but sorry, it wasn't my
Now
fault.
you're right on time, bro. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
it
it.
is
Right on
this
time.
nigga's fault because he's late.
Hey, you know what it is? Chapo, popular demand. I want everything in your pocket, including the lint.
This is Harvard's Eye, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
listen,
Come
it's
on
a
now.
Grove Hall Hall
Listen.
of Fame and Harvard Flutie,
Absolutely.
Yo,
aka
man.
Harvard's Eye. Seriously, man, you keep hurting my eye. Hey, man, O.C.H. Original Content Hustlers, we here, man.
It's for the 13 colonies right there.
Hey,
like
for the
that.
original 13. For the original 13.
I was gonna say, I had to do my
He's
research.
definitely on
This is an important episode. I had to do my research. You know what I'm saying?
We've been fucking.
Absolutely. But
we've
gentlemen,
been made.
I appreciate you guys pulling up, of course. Welcome to the show. Welcome to say that.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, as we talked in the car, Harvard. You was like, it's sex, drugs, it's sports.
Let me tell you.
Money, entertainment.
So this
Right.
so if you're wondering, if you're whoever's at home watching it, watching on your laptop, whatever phone. So basically, the content that we create is about sex, drugs, entertainment. No, I'm sorry. Sports,
sorry.
development, and education. SDE. Also, if you know SDE, that was Cameron's album.
Yes, sir.
You know about Cameron's album?
Yes,
SDE,
sir. I
that's
heard
a
you
classic.
about it. Yep.
So shout out Cam. One day we will be on his platform as well. But yeah, so that's basically what
Say
the content
that.
is. Yeah, say that.
Say that.
Say
Don't
that.
say this. Say that.
Say that.
Say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically that's what the content is about. But not only do we make you laugh, we make you cry, and we talk about education. So like I said, when it comes to learning about Boston, just like with the Battle of Bunker Hill. So the reason why, do you know the real reason why we have the belt?
If I remember my research correctly, is because basically the United States started in Boston.
Thank you.
And you were born on 617.
617. Listen,
Yeah.
so basically the
cheated.
meaning of the belt is because, without Boston there would be no United States. That's
Absolutely
why,
not.
you know what I mean? We are the United States champions.
Yes.
And so basically the premise of the belt is basically just to show a conglomerate, to show that, to show unity, and it's also a marketing tool, Everybody loves, I love wrestling.
Right.
They act like they know wrestling, but me and you,
No,
we know fucking
trust
wrestling.
me.
Hold on,
We
yo,
When
know
cut it
I seen
out,
wrestling.
that,
yo,
when I
cut it
seen
out,
the
man.
wrestling belt, I was
Hey,
like,
yo, cut it
okay.
out, bro.
I get it.
Like, yo, listen, I just gotta touch up. You know what I mean? Brush up on some things. You feel me? But I've been a big wrestling fan since
Hey,
I was a
stupid,
kid.
give
bro. I
yourself
used
a
to-
day,
Yo,
you
listen,
brushed up.
Crunchy.
after wrestling came off, right? What came on after that? If you know, you know.
Shit's getting crunchy. 10 o'clock news.
Nah, VIP.
Yeah,
You remember that shit?
Latino. No,
It was some shit called VIP.
Nobody-
It came on right after wrestling.
On what channel?
Right.
You remember?
I don't remember the channel like that. I was
don't know what the fuck
way
you
back in the day. I
Like
was
a
young.
Black box then.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
way
right,
young.
right, yeah.
But nah, VIP was like some type of like investigation type show. You feel me? So it wasn't.
Okay, it might
like,
have been like TNT or some shit.
It wasn't
Spike
nothing
like
crazy.
that. Yeah,
It wasn't nothing crazy. Yeah, Spike. I believe
Yeah,
it
Spike.
was.
No,
yeah.
Spike had
TV.
Raw.
Yeah.
And then that was like, the manly shit where you see a pair of tits right after you see
Right,
fucking
right.
wrestling or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah. So basically, that's the whole premise of the belt. And when I break down the belt, it's basically like, okay, what's the area code for Boston? 617. That's my birthday. Without Boston, there's no United States. Just like so let me ask you a question. June 17th, 1775. What happened that day?
It was, because I remember you talking about this, and I want to make sure I did my research correctly. Boston abolished slavery?
No.
Close.
Damn it.
Close.
Damn it.
Close.
Battle of Bunker
Bunker
Hill.
Hill.
Bunker Hill.
Yes.
You just said it. Too.
So even though we lost the Battle of Bunker Hill, that's just life. Like in life, you're gonna lose. You may lose the battle, but like they say, you're gonna win the war. So basically, that was the day I was born. A lot of people don't even know that happened that day. So that's another way. It's just to show history, not only within Boston, within Massachusetts. Like you had Frederick Douglass lived in Massachusetts, actually in Fall River. You had John Brown, who was a white abolitionist who literally died to abolish slavery within the whole United States. He lived in Massachusetts. Sojourner Truth, she lived in Massachusetts. These are historic names.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
Yep, Martin Luther
Malcolm
King
X as well.
went to BU,
Malcolm X, my boy.
So it's a lot of not only Black history. There's a lot of just history in general, and a lot of people make fun of us. It's like, oh, you guys got the Tea Party, you guys got this, but without that, there would be no United States.
No, I mean, bro.
So that's why they got to put some respect
I
on our
literally
names.
work in Faneuil Hall. Like, that's where, what I'm saying, the founding fathers
Historic.
signed that freaking...
Boston is historical. Like we just
Shit.
got a lot of historical shit. A lot of things come first out of Boston. I didn't even know Dunkin' Donuts was here first before
Quincy,
Massachusetts.
I never
yep.
knew that shit. You know what I mean? So
Hey, now
I just
you know.
learned that.
Whoever's watching,
now
you know that.
man.
You know
Touch
now.
upon your
And I
education, man.
answer that question all the time when people ask me, why do you guys sell so much Dunkin' shit? I'm like, bro, it's 20. The original one's 25 minutes away from Boston and Quincy, Massachusetts.
Say that.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know my shit. But I like to think that, while we're the cradle of liberty, you guys are the cradle of content. You know what I'm saying?
That's a Fendi fact.
I love
That's a
that. I
Fendi
love the
fact,
way that
you know what I'm
sounds.
saying? I was thinking that to myself, like, doing my research, listening to you guys talk about history and like, well, because, I work in the tourist trap of Faneuil Hall in Boston. That's where my family's business is at. So I'm selling, souvenirs, magnets, all that shit. If you're a tourist, you can come to my shop and get it. But a biggest thing that people asked me was like, do you got stuff that says the cradle of liberty and shit like that? And like, for the longest time, I was like, wow, they call Boston that? I was like, it's just interesting because you would think like, oh, DC or like
New York or
Philly or
something,
something like that, right?
Right.
But it's
Throw
like,
you off.
but it's like, wow, no, Boston has it like that for liberty. I mean, for history and liberty, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit too. Because I remember I was playing this game, Assassin's Creed 3.
Good game.
Yes.
Good
My
game.
One of
favorite.
those ones.
My favorite
fucking
Assassin's
game.
Creed game to date and easily in my top 5. But the reason why I liked it the best was because you could literally be in like 1770s Boston, colonial style. You were there in New York and all that shit like that. That's where I got like I knew about that shit, but that's where I got more of an education about it because you literally going through history and stuff like that. So for the people that are actually from here, like, while it shouldn't be your whole identity, but, wear on your sleeves a little bit. You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
gotta be a part of your
You
identity.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Gotta
wear
have
on
it
your
there,
sleeves a
you
little
gotta have
bit.
it close to your heart.
Like
Yeah.
we ain't just about sports, bro. It's
That's a
like
fact.
the whole country was founded because of this shit.
Yep.
It wasn't just because they signed a paper in Philly. It's like that paper process started up here. You know what I'm saying? So for better or worse, I think Boston should be the capital of America. Shit like
Hey,
that.
look,
You know what
I
mean?
agree.
Hey,
I
listen,
agree. Let's take it there.
Yeah, let's take it there.
They got the
100%.
belt.
Boston deserves it.
Right, exactly.
Shout out Boston.
They be thinking that we not out here. We did the skit in Hyde Park at the Dunkin' Donuts, and Harvey was like, "Yo, you black?" I'm like, "Yeah, what up?" And the comments is like, "Oh, I didn't know there was black people in Boston. I didn't know this was
All the time with everything, and I'm like,
yo,
as me being a white guy, I'm like, bro, like, there's black people here. Like, I'm friends with black people in Boston. Like, you can't, like, to me, that's racist. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so you're just excluding all of, like, black history by saying, oh, there's black people in Boston. And I feel like that's a big media's fault. That's, like, the media who, I don't know how it got pushed, because literally a big thing about me, too, in learning about Boston was I got put in a sports group chat with a bunch of like different randoms in 2016 because I used to write about sports. And the biggest thing they always used to go was like, "Oh, you got a racist ass city, man." I'm like,
Crazy.
I'm like, well, what do you mean? I was like, because I used to deny it. I did dig a little deeper. There's definitely some racist shit, but if you look at it, bro, that's the whole country.
Bro,
That's I just came back from Florida.
Right.
Come on.
Worse.
They call it the Deep South for a reason. All that Jim Crow laws and shit, that started down there. So it's like, how are you going to exclude us from being racist when the whole country's racist?
The whole country's racist.
And then they
Thank
say,
you.
oh, Boston racism hit different. I'm like, what does that mean? Like,
All racism hits the
all,
same.
it was like I say, everything hits the same. It's like,
Right.
if it's racist, it's racist. There's no tiers of racism.
It's like a fucking color
it's
code for
crazy.
racism or something.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So it's like, growing up and experiencing these new environments, you do tend to learn a lot more about the city. But I'm just thankful that there's people, like yourselves who are educating. It's not immediately like, oh yeah, you wear it on your sleeves. Like, yeah, we got black people here, but it's like, let me give you an education why.
Yeah,
let me tell you why
here.
there is and shit like that. Yep. So that's why I got to give you all your flowers for that, because a big thing that I despise about Boston content creation is hey buddy, let me get a sausage in Fenway Park and Harvard Yard, bro.
He has his lane though for that. You feel me? That's why we're doing it.
I get it.
We got our own
But
lane
that's
right
funny.
now.
We got something coming for that because here in Boston, that's what people always think. Like, yo, why
All
don't
the
you have
time.
your accent? Why don't you
All the
talk
time.
Kala? Like, I'm like, bro, everybody
Yeah.
doesn't talk like that.
No, right, exactly. And it's like, and that shit sells on a national scale. Like, you got all these
it's
Sam
cra-
Adams commercials
it's
being
crazy,
like,
bro.
oh, it's your cousin from Boston.
Yeah.
What's up? And I'm like, change the fucking channel. I can't listen to this shit.
Yeah,
no more.
like I definitely agree. That's what Boston's known for, but like you said, like it gets tiring after a while.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel
you
like
want
it should
something-
I mean, I
change to
just think
something
it's
else
one
again.
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely.
That's why we got
part
the
of
Boston slang. That's why we say,
Right.
we putting you on to on dead dogs. Shit's getting real crunchy out here. The boat. You're salty. You feeling salty? There's so many different. There's so much in Boston. So much different type of. There's like. So Boston is really just a tale of two cities. That's
Absolutely.
just what it is. It's a tale of two cities. You got the white side, you got the black side, but our goal is what we're doing right now is just to merge it. Not only with Boston, but just with Massachusetts in general, and just close that gap, because everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Boston's racist, Massachusetts is racist," but it's like we're just closing that gap. I love Massachusetts, shit, Boston. I love it here, so that's
Not
the
so much that you for the Patriots, though.
The racism is more like in the Maine area and all that shit. You feel me?
Bro,
Like,
Maine's the least diverse state in the country.
mean,
92%
yeah.
of the population's white.
Yeah. I mean,
And I've heard that from a lot
look.
of different people.
I mean, I think it's just based off the people.
Then you
know
get
what I mean?
then you get chased out of Maine.
There's people like you in Boston, that grew up around all different types of ethnicities of people. But at the same time,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
just
It's
funny.
not, some people aren't always cut from that same cloth. So I just think that the imagery and whatever is put out there to whether it be your family, your friends, I think that can kind of shift what people think. And that's why we
Right.
have certain type of racism here.
Definitely.
I want to chime in with my brother said. I mean, there's racism all over the country. Definitely, I feel my personal opinion. I don't feel Boston as racist as the whole entire country. We're very small, but we're very popular and brilliant. So when it comes to the racist thing, like, we can overcome it in Boston. I already see it now. And if you're white, come diverse yourself. If you're black, come diverse yourself around different cultures and experience different things and really take that and adapt that into your culture. And that's a big part of O.C.H. We are definitely, one of our goals is to mend all diverse corners together. We are all one, and that is definitely key.
Absolutely. Like I said,
say that.
Y'all doing
Say
it well.
that.
Say that. Say it. Say it some more. You know what I'm saying? If you want to.
So if you see me with a Samuel Adams, don't judge me. I'm drinking with my white friends. All right? Fuck.
I don't even like beer. That shit like that. To be honest with you.
I love a little beer.
Yeah,
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't a beer drinker.
Look like a
What?
handicap.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't like beer. Like
starter.
that.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the seltzers and shit like that, like the hard iced teas and shit like that. Yeah.
What's the hard
Sun cruisers and hoop teas. and put you on game a little bit. They're delicious.
I might take a
You gotta
slide
try
with
the Honda,
you.
bro. The Andolini.
Ooh, okay.
The Andolini?
Bet that.
Yeah.
Because
That's just ass.
is it?
He's a hater.
See.
Listen, he's a hater, man.
Yeah.
Try the Honda.
Yeah. So Harvard, but like I said,
sir.
you know, you rep Massachusetts well, but you ain't really root for the football team from here.
Oh
you know
no,
what I'm
I
saying?
love. Listen, man, I love the Patriots, man. Listen, you gotta understand. We are America's team. You know what I mean? We are America's team. O.C.H is America's team.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? That's why I got the Dallas Star over here, man. I love the Patriots, but you know, it's just ass right now. Like Brady left,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't know what's going on.
Shit
So
all
it's
went
like,
out the window, bro.
I mean, same thing for Dallas. I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan. So okay, so this is why I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, because you know I was born in the '90s, and like if you watch back in the day, like NFL, what was it, NFL films or whatever,
Yeah.
they used to just show the Cowboys all
the
day,
time.
like all they talked about
Every
was the
network.
Cowboys. And then you remember the movie Little Giants?
Of course.
I used to love the movie Little Giants.
That's a
So it's
classic.
like, yo, I love the Cowboys jerseys. Like their jersey was just so fire. I used to love Emmitt Smith. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan as well as a Patriots fan. You know, I love the Patriots, but I'm really a diehard Cowboy, man.
Do you have a secondary team?
Nah.
Nah, bro,
I'm
that's
straight.
unloyal.
I'm like that for hockey.
For
Hockey,
respect
I
it.
got secondary
respect
teams.
it.
Everything else, I don't. Hockey, my secondary team, other than the Bruins, is the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know what it was. I was in 6th grade. I looked at the logo. I was like, that's fire.
Fire. Yeah, that's
You know
what it
I'm
be.
saying?
It be
So
the
I just
logo.
had- I
It
just
be
had
the
that-
logos, not the skill,
Yeah, honestly,
not the
I mean,
stats.
they had a player I liked too, but like I was like, I like that shit. I like the color schemes and shit. Like I was like, I'm drawn to it, yeah. But other like basketball, I'm dying a Celtics fan. Red Sox, Patriots, Bruins. But if I had to pick a secondary team, it would be in hocky.
What about you guys?
I'm a fucking San Jose
I'm
Sharks fan.
Boston.
Okay,
all
I
the
like
way.
that. That's cool. That's cool. Because
Hey,
I didn't even think a city like San Jose would have a pro team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But they got that shit over there. That's what's up.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm a straight Bruin.
What like NFL?
Yeah, like
Stu.
Patriots.
or
And-
NBA.
and-
No
and
secondary?
it might be the Chiefs, just because I like that offense.
Are you fucking serious?
I mean, you can like the offense. Just don't be a fan of them. Bro.
Nah, I just like that
Nah, I'm
offense.
just
Like
messing
that
with you.
offense is fire.
They got good
Because like I said, I could rattle off. I could sit there all day and rattle off like 50 different random NBA players, like just bench players and shit like that. That's how much I pay attention to that shit. But I'm dying a Celtics fan. I want every championship on my gravestone.
What about you, Harvard? NFL secondary. Oh, you
told
said
you.
Cowboys.
Oh,
Patriots, Cowboys.
Cowboys,
All
Patriots.
right. What about you, Dave?
Pats, but I ain't gonna lie. My dad's from the Bronx, so I was a Giants fan.
Okay.
I think it's a Browns fan.
That's a fucking
Said you a
oxymoron.
Browns fan. I don't know about
I
that.
don't know what he get.
That's
from
a
the Browns.
toxic
I ain't
household.
even been to Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
I ain't never even been to Cleveland.
All right.
Shit out there.
I don't know how you're gonna judge me, but I'm definitely a Patriots fan first. Don't judge me. My secondary team is the Green Bay Packers. I am a fucking
cheesehead.
big Packers
Cheesehead,
fan.
that's
I am
what
a
I'm saying.
cheesehead. Yes, I am. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers, even though he went to the fucking Jets.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah,
He's
Green
over there
Bay.
eating.
Yeah, I'm seeing him Sunday. You know, at the time of this recording, I'm going to Pats Jets
Let's
Sunday.
go.
So first Pats game of the year, baby. You know what I'm saying? And actually, being a Pats fan like I am, I've only been to like 2 games.
I think I've been to
Three.
only one, and I got free tickets. I've been to a few Celtics games.
Oh, of course.
I got free tickets from my principal back in middle school. He always used to give me free tickets, but I forgot how I got the Patriots one.
Yeah, because going to a Pats game is like a whole experience and
Yo,
shit like
yeah.
that. Like,
I
you know
went
what I
my
mean?
First time 2 weeks ago, bro. Almost 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's what's up.
First time ever.
How was it? I mean,
Crazy.
they lost that
Yo,
round
listen,
too.
and I was
But
close too. I was about to say, yo, man, when you walk into that stadium, everything is so fucking lit up. It's
Yeah.
so bright.
Yeah.
It's like it's a whole different element when you get in there. I'm not gonna lie. You know
I
what I
didn't
mean?
try
So
yet.
It was definitely a heartwarming experience.
well, actually, Harvard would like this. My first actual football game was Cowboys Giants in December of 2016.
Come on, let's go.
The one you ever went to?
First ever one I ever went to at MetLife. That was
Come
cool.
on, let's go.
That was cool
That
as
was when
fuck. I gotta
Romo-
be honest,
it
because
was
being like,
Romo,
you know,
Dez.
because like the Pats fans, like we hate people, but like Giants and Cowboys fans,
It's
they
like-
fucking hate
It's
each other, bro.
deadly.
Like me and my friend were rooting for the Cowboys. We had to like, you know what I'm saying, ducking out of there and shit like that. He was trying to talk shit. I'm like, bro, like
Don't
the
do
whole
it.
sta-
Don't
the whole
do it.
stadium's against you. I can't fight everybody right now. I'm like, I'm 19. I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, question.
Yeah.
How did you come up with Say That Podcast, the name for it?
So
Say that.
Say that. So
that.
actually, it was. I want to get my numbers right. It was August of 2020, and this gentleman had approached our businesses because he had a clothing line. He wanted to think if he could sell his products there. It didn't work. But he came back. He's like, yo, do you want to start a podcast? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because I went to school for communications and stuff like that. Haven't been using my degree at the time because it was the pandemic. Nothing's going on.
The pandemic.
I tried to make it that, but I fucked up. And he goes, yo, Staples and City Hall just redid the whole store to a Staples Connect store. And they got a whole podcasting area done and shit like that. But before that, my whole... Because I had a lot of friends who rap, but that was like, yo, they're never on any interviews. I never see these people talk about their music, their journey anywhere. It's like, yo, I want to start something like that. Because growing up in Boston, I listened to Jam in 94.5, Kiss 108, all that shit. And I was like, I was saying to myself, like, I could do that. And so his name was Jay, and he approached me. He's like, yo, come start a podcast. I'm like, word, let's get it, I kind of had to, like, kick his ass a little bit to actually get it going and shit like that. Right. But he's like, what do you want to call it? Well, it's like, why don't we call it Say That?
Say that.
Say that.
Say that.
Rolls off the tongue. Say that.
Say that.
And this is the best part about starting this shit, other than the awesome people I've met. Anytime someone was like, I didn't say that, I just inherently, I'm just like, don't say this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a tick almost and shit like that. Like, I can't even say that without going, don't say this. And shit like that. So I think it's funny to talk about shit like that. But there's actually, and for the people that watch this podcast, there's another podcast called Say That. It doesn't have the exclamation point, though. And it's a religious podcast. Oh. So two completely different things. And listen, I'm a religious guy, but I'm like, why is a religious pod called Say That? God never, I guess Jesus had some lines that he was like, say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of the Bible verses, but I'm like, call it something else. Like, don't let me trademark it and you guys, I got to owe money. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Call it something else.
Something else.
Yeah, because I have to tell people, it's like, it's not the one, it's the one with the exclamation point, like when they look it up on like Apple Podcasts and shit like that. Right. Luckily, there's only two, because I know a bunch of podcasts that have the same name. So luckily, we're the only two. So, but yeah, that's the mini background story.
Ooh, praise that.
Praise that. Don't praise this. Praise that.
See, yo.
That's actually catchy.
I think literally Mike Scarfo just called it. He literally just solved it. There.
Definitely send them an email.
See, that's how quickly.
So what do we
shit
do?
gets
Do we like
solved.
send them an email? Do we like blackmail them into the name? Or
No,
something?
yeah. Hey, I buy the trademark.
Kidding.
Brand new concept for them.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, folks, like, because I don't even think they're popping like I kind of am, but it's like
that name would actually probably give them a good kick. I think so.
Yeah. Praise that. Exactly.
It's catchy.
Don't praise this. Praise that. Come on, no.
You gave me a little nudge. I was about to say, listen, I got a word from the man above. He came and told me.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, yo, I went to church Saturday. I had a meeting with God. I'm like, yo, he told me, like, he's like, yo, give him this. This shit's fire. I was like, I got you, Jesus. I was like, three me.
Three me when you see me.
Right, exactly, with Jesus.
Right.
Say that.
The sign of the cross with the threes, you know what I'm saying?
With the threes.
But as you guys have talked about, on your latest venture with Inside the Maze, you actually gave some good relationship advice. You know what I'm saying? With the red flags and shit like that. So with me introducing y'all to a new audience, for the people at home, what are 3 red flags that men from Boston should look for when talking to or dating Boston women?
Oh man, this is something I wanted to say when I was on there. Like, if we going on a date and you bring your friend and I'll pay, but I want to crack both. There's no way you're gonna go home.
Say that.
Yeah, like I'm cracking both. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Two more red flags.
Nah, 2 more red flags.
Yeah.
Skip me for right now. I'm thinking some other shit, but I just wanted to say that one because I wanted to get that one off with the red flag shit.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 red flags is hygiene. Someone who, if you're not able to have a conversation,
Legit.
like
That's a good one.
you need someone who you can converse with. And did I say that right? Converse with?
Converse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure.
Converse.
Yeah. Basically, hold the conversation.
Yeah, hold the
Converse.
convo. And someone who respects you. You need someone who respects you.
That.
Find somebody that's gonna respect your time. That's one of the major key because, like I said, especially when you're getting into I'm an elder statesman. I'm 32 years old, man, but find somebody that respects your time because as you get older, you know, your goals, they feel like they're shrinking down.
Yeah.
And there's so much things that you want to do. And when you're with somebody that doesn't respect that, really doesn't understand where you're coming from, really is not trying to embrace you and uplift you and put you in that type of place, that headspace that you need to be, I think that's very important. So if she's not doing that, you don't need to be with her.
And especially being the creators that we are, if you're not like rock with that,
you gotta go.
Those right there.
Yeah.
All right, so what was it 3
red flags
for Boston?
For dating, for finding a woman in Boston.
If she don't let you hit after 3 dates,
I got this.
leave it alone.
3 rules, 3 red flags for Boston if you're dating a woman from Boston. First one, if you're broing me, red flag. I don't want to be broed. You're my shorty.
Yeah.
You're she, not he.
Yeah.
The second one, red flag. If you're dating a woman from Boston and she do not know where downtown Boston is, get rid of her instantly. Drop her off.
Because that's
To
crazy.
the
if she
nearest
don't
train
know.
station
That's
she needs to
crazy.
go because that's fucking
nuts.
insane.
Legit.
And there's a lot of people in Boston that don't know how to distinguish where downtown is, and I find that to be fucking insane. My third one would be if she doesn't like the color green, it's a red flag. You gotta go.
Okay.
You're not a Celtics fan. I don't know what to do with you.
Oh, I'm gonna add one more.
Yeah.
I got two. I got my two after.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
if she drinks Starbucks instead of Dunkin' Donuts, red flag.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
I
That's-
like
that's-
Starbucks.
Starbucks is
But we can
expensive
drink
for
it.
no
You know what I'm
reason.
saying?
We
We can
drink
drink it.
dunks.
We can drink it. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, because that's
Nah, we drinking
Massachusetts shit
dunks.
right there. Go ahead, stupid.
She gotta respect you. That's the main thing, and she can't be in her masculine energy. Like you're a woman. You feel me? Stay in a woman's. You know what I mean, stay a woman. Like you feel
Stay
me?
demure.
Yeah,
Yeah, stage of okay, there you go. Stage of
Yeah.
that's that. That's
I'm
that.
still trying to figure out what that means, by the way. I still don't even fucking know.
I guess that just means smooth.
Nah, demure means like, being
Classy.
reserved,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
being very
the curtsy and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
all that
Okay,
good stuff,
all right,
you know what I mean?
I get it now. Because
Yeah.
everybody can post on. I'm like, what does that mean? I had up 3 different people. I'm like, what does that mean? Why do people keep saying that?
It's crazy. You know what the crazy thing is though? That's just from Pocahontas, bro. If you watch
Is it really?
You watch
Really?
Pocahontas today. She was like, yes, I'm very demure. It's
Really?
fucking crazy.
Okay.
You can look
Because
the
I
clip
thought
up.
people.
Yo,
I
you
thought
can look
no.
the clip up on YouTube.
Pocahontas
Are you
right now?
serious?
Listen, man, I got teenies,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, I got teenies.
Nah, he
You know what I'm
turned that
saying?
shit
So,
on
you know,
himself. Like, yeah, man.
You gotta pop the cassette in sometimes and be like, oh shit, what's this?
Okay.
you know, you know.
All right. Because I thought they came up with that on the spot.
Bro,
I'm
I'm
like,
telling you.
okay.
Search it.
I just woke up and the shit was like all over the internet. Very demure, very this, very that.
Very respectful.
Legit.
Very just give me your number.
Very bop.
Very boppish.
So, but I'm glad you said the internet because speaking of the internet, I'm a personal diver into the Twitterverse. You know, I've been on Twitter for a while. I've got suspended 3 different
what's
times.
Twitter?
Oh, X.
You know,
X.
That I was trying to. I was
trying to do
fuck
this
around.
shit.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Twitter or X? 'Cause
It's
I-
called
now.
X. It's called
Called
X
X,
now, but you
but-
know what I mean, we still call it Twitter.
Twitter, right.
and we know why it's called X now.
I've seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real on it.
Yeah. Legit. Hey.
I just
legit.
seen it for the first
shit
time,
get
and I thought
crunchy
that was
on
two
it,
different
Like, you
things.
gotta be like this
Not it. Yeah, it's
type of shit. But the guy who bought it, you know, Elon, he recently came out with these Tesla bots.
Are you getting
I
one?
don't know if you said no, but here's my question, because there's an article I think it's by the Sun that said we're gonna be having sex with robots in the next 10 years, and that article came out in 2015.
There's a show on Netflix. I forget what it was, but it was
Love, Death, and Robots.
Nah. It was
That shit's
a
fire though.
it was a series about robots who was like sex workers.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Shit was
So
crazy.
my question
Oh,
is,
what am I watching? What the fuck?
if
you
it came
watching?
down, if it
Yeah,
came
wait,
down,
wait,
I
wait.
watch
fuck
shit
did you
that
come
I watch
across
shit
that?
I watch shit that people think is not gonna happen. Like like I watch all that shit.
So like, was this like a Netflix, Hulu thing?
Bro,
Did
pretty
you-
soon you're gonna be blazing a robot.
You're gonna be the first one with a hybrid baby.
I was gonna say, so
Robotic.
would you
cheeks.
bang a robot?
Fuck no.
The
I would
ro-
even blaze a shorty with.
What are the
with-
features?
I would even blaze a shorty with a BBL. Cause
Any-
I'm not gonna
I-
lie. I listen.
I
I
don't like
touched
BBLs
I
either.
touched the
Me
shorty's
neither.
ass. She had a BBL. Wow, that shit was hard. Like
Yeah.
she knew I was disappointed. As soon as I grabbed it, she pulled the pants back. I'm like,
It don't look right. It doesn't look right.
Out
So
the
that-
jeans. And the
you know what I
jeans
mean?
Yeah.
look so super formed, so super juicy.
Yeah.
so I'm not.
But
It was.
outside of
That's like blazing. No, I'm not doing
No.
it. I'm not cracking no robot.
Crack, no robot.
No
but
bullshit.
he said the features, so I'm right.
Hey, listen.
Kim Kardashian build.
Kim Kardashian builds
on a robot.
And do they got like some type of compartment? Like, how are they doing this?
No robots.
Do they got like a compartment that they put down there?
Why
that,
is
like,
this nigga even trying to?
He's dissecting it. Okay.
That like
about to have a robot
that
like,
imitates. You got a spot in there that imitates the actual feeling.
You got to sign a waiver before you do
You're
it.
still
And
like
then they got a vibrating set. And then they got a vibrating setting on it. You know what I mean? On the robot that activates automatically. Yo, listen, the potential is crazy.
What if you blaze and in the middle she just dies or something?
run out of battery.
Plug her right the fuck back in. You know what I mean? Get the
You run
extension.
it back, you're like, oh shit.
Nigga, shit get stuck in there like the shit start closing up.
Yo, you got to get the extension cord, plug that motherfucker right back up, drag it to the bed.
Bro, you're wild, bro.
Hey, listen,
you don't know bullshit, bro. I can't chill
that was
you for
great.
like 2 weeks now, bro.
Imagine
No
imagine
bullshit.
a robot with the BBL. Like
You just said Kim Kardashian
I was
built.
gonna
She
say
already
Kim
did it.
Kardashian built, like,
Kardashian
because
Bell.
you know you can put shit on these robots and shit like that. You never
Bro,
know.
what if-
You know,
yo, you could set
there's
the
some
mood-
horny motherfuckers on the
Like,
internet.
what if the robot was throwing it back and you set the mood to like fast or some shit?
Break your damn hip, break your pelvis, and
Yeah.
some shit like that. You're gonna be up against the wall, or fucking.
Really-
It's gonna be
Hey,
like
yo,
the
back
form.
out.
It's like
Yeah, bro, y'all niggas gonna need a fucking surgeon
Insurance.
after that.
imagine
Yeah.
imagine
You
this. Imagine getting a BJ for the fucking robot and just like jerk the skin off your shit.
well, because that's what they were saying about the Tesla bots. They was showing shit how it could like
Rip up. Yeah.
rip up and shit like that. And they was like, does it work on everything? I'm like,
Like, who's
I ain't doing that. Fuck you.
you have to be home
I'm
a
ready for
long time to be staring at your robot to think you want to have sex
it's
with
gonna
it.
get
like.
it's gonna be the older crowds
Yeah.
that they're gonna get first. You feel
Yeah.
me? It's gonna be the older, longer
Oh, it's
crowds,
gonna be some
whatever.
young
Every time I see a
Well, I was
robot,
gonna say there might be some young freaks.
I just seen a fucking robot at the Stop and Shop around here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I took a picture. I'm like, yo, did this shit just call me a bitch? I posted that shit
Swing
my-
on it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo.
Is it like walking with 2 feet?
Nah, it has
just
the
rolling
It's the
around.
cleaning bot, right?
It's the,
Yeah.
it's the
Oh, it's a
one-
droid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the cleaning bot. Yeah.
every time I see a robot, all I think is the dun-dun-dun. That's all I think about. Is
They
Terminator,
coming through with the shotgun.
I Robot.
You know what's crazy? He
Schwarzenegger.
said that the more they talk about the fucking robots being around, I just think of iRobot. I just
Yeah,
can't get over
because
that.
that's what this.
And I'm like, are y'all insane? They're
But you know
gonna
what's-
kill
you know
us.
what's even crazier though? Do you know that Terminator and the Matrix is connected?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
The movies?
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, all right, nah, I didn't
Written
hear
by the
this.
same person.
I didn't hear-
Written by the same
writer.
person.
Oh, they
Yeah.
written, but
Written by
okay.
the same person. Terminator is supposed to be the future life of the Matrix.
After the Matrix is
Damn.
done?
Well, yeah, reverse. The Matrix is supposed to be the future life after the Terminator,
No shit.
which is
Damn.
fucking nuts.
That just blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Sign that.
You know
Say
what?
that.
This
Yeah.
is random as fuck, but you ever watch the movie Riddick?
Yeah,
Chronicles
when
of
that nigga
Riddick with
Riddick?
Vin Diesel.
When that
Do you-
man was like this?
Do y'all know this? That Riddick and Pitch Black are actually like part of each other?
No.
No
Y'all didn't
way.
know that? What?
Damn,
Gotta
bro.
go back
Because I'm
and
a
watch
movie
it.
guy too. This is fucking.
And it's actually the
This is rough.
same
Yeah.
character and everything. Like,
Yeah.
go back and watch it, I swear.
That's what's up. Well, gentlemen, before we get out of here, any quick shout outs you want to give to the good people, please? You want to go in a row? Go ahead.
Don't flinch. Original content, hustler, O.C.H, Stoop Kid, War Music. You know what I mean? Fucking, we at Say That Podcast, and we did our thing for real.
Yes, they did.
Hey, shout out to everybody that's watching. Peace, love, hair grease, and never give up on your dreams. And all glory to God.
Real quick, before you ask that, I did have one more question for Harvard because I remember you talking about DJing dorm parties and shit.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was the time, bro.
That was shout out to my man Swooly. He used to do that at LaSalle. That was actually one of my first dorm parties. I need to know because I used to have this segment called Weirdest Work Story, but I need to know the wildest or weirdest thing to ever happen at a
Oh
dorm
my
party.
goodness.
That you could tell probably legally. And shit
Almost
like
every one of his
I mean,
parties is fucking crazy.
Actually,
like-
you can give him the story from the Salem shit. You feel me? After that, because it's in the past. It's
This a lot of.
yeah.
I mean, when I got blackout drunk.
I mean that one too, but the one when I came to check you. You feel me? I mean, and you let me use the. You know what I mean? You can do that one. Shit gets crazy though.
Wildest dorm party, man. It's so many. It's so many. It's so many, and I don't want to put nobody out there, but I would say like it was like girls going wild one party. Like it was really like girls going wild. That's the most I could say.
Okay.
It was real crunchy in a good way though.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All right. And if you because the younger generation may not know girls gone wild, but if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know. You kind of spoiled nowadays, but if you know, you know. But continue with the shout outs. My man,
Yo,
take it away.
shout out Say That Podcast. Thank you for having us. Like I said, shout out to all my supporters. O.C.H, we in the building. WAR. We coming to a city near you. If you don't know about us, tune into my Instagram @DayOffDaddy. That's about it.
What's up? Your boy Chop on the house, O.C.H. Shout out to Say That Podcast. Always here for you. Shout outs. Shout out Inside the Maze. Shout out Fully Loaded. Shout out to my artists out the O.C.H A&R department. Cap Squeeze First, Trinity Mafia. They got new music debuting real soon. Shout out Storm. My homegirl Storm, always big. Shout out Woo 508. If I missed anybody. Shout out my boy King A. Shout out Millies and everybody. Good people to work with and more people to come. O.C.H in the house. Say That Podcast.
And you can follow Harvard's Eye on Instagram at Harvard's Eye, all one word. You on YouTube, right?
I'm on every platform.
All Harvard's Eye?
Harvard's Eye on YouTube,
So go
Facebook,
subscribe.
Instagram. Go subscribe, man. TikTok. Serious, man. You keep her in my eye.
Keep on his eye.
Stoopy, where can they find you on the socials?
Stoopy STOOP 3 E's and an underscore.
On Instagram?
Yeah,
All
on
right, word up.
Instagram, IG.
I'm going to jump in one more time.
Go ahead.
Popular _demand 37. Follow me on IG. I swear you'll have a heart attack laughing.
And that's what we here for, you know what I'm saying? But as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this video. If you liked it, which I'm sure you did, leave a like and leave a comment on which part of the video you actually liked. And as always, hit that subscribe button. It's going to help grow this podcast even further. You can follow me on Instagram, REPETE617. And the podcast is say_that_pod. And gentlemen, you know, y'all know the drill, and you can help me out here real quick for ending this shit. Don't say this.
Say that!
Yeah, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.